This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Friday, August 15th. It will be mostly cloudy today, but very warm with a high of 98. Skies will clear a little this evening with an overnight low of 78. The weather warnings are back, though, for parts of North Texas. A heat advisory has been announced by the National Weather Service's Fort Worth office from noon until 8 p.m. today. The alert warns of heat index values up to 107 degrees across the region. Dallas-Fort Worth may be slightly lower as the max heat index forecasted for DFW International is 104. Counties across northeast Texas are all under the advisory, as well as much of Oklahoma. Denton, Tarrant, and Ellis counties make up the western edge of the alert. Heat advisories warn of an increased risk of heat-related illnesses, making it particularly important to practice heat safety tips like drinking plenty of water, wearing loose-fitting clothing, and limiting time outdoors in the heat of the day. Saturday and Sunday will be similar. Lots of sun on Saturday with a high of 98. There is a slim chance of rain on Sunday under mostly cloudy skies and a high of 97. The overnight lows will be in the upper 70s. Here are today's headlines. Texas House Democrats signaled Thursday they will likely return to the state for a second special session on redistricting and take this fight to the courts after the legislature adjourns the current session on Friday as planned. The move comes as California starts its own efforts to redraw congressional districts to send more Democrats to Washington and offset the effort in Texas, driven by President Donald Trump, to cement a Republican majority in Congress during next year's midterms. Texas House Democratic Caucus Chair Representative Jean Wu of Houston said Texas House Democrats broke quorum and successfully mobilized the nation against Trump's assault on minority voting rights. Now, as Democrats across the nation join our fight to cause these maps to fail their political purpose, we are prepared to bring this battle back to Texas under the right conditions and to take this fight to the courts. His comments appeared to reference previous redistricting battles in which new maps were immediately stalled by lawsuits, with significant portions of them occasionally found to be unconstitutional. Aside from California's redistricting effort, House Democrats said in Thursday's letter they will return if House Speaker Dustin Burrows adjourns sine die, ending the first legislative session. Burrows indicated Tuesday he would adjourn the House on Friday if a quorum is not reached. In other news, amid a strained school budget and declining enrollment, the Plano Independent School District is halting school bus service for hundreds of students, leaving some parents scrambling to find safe transportation for their children. Plano ISD provides transportation for students who live at least 2 miles from school, and students within 2 miles from campus can ride buses if they live in an area the district deems hazardous, such as roads with 4 to 6 lanes that have speed limits over 45 miles per hour and do not have pedestrian-activated crosswalk signals. Citing state-defined criteria, district officials now consider previously hazardous routes safe because of new sidewalks or other amenities. About 2,500 students live in neighborhoods that are losing bus service as a result of the changing hazardous designations, maps posted by the district show. Of those 2,500 students, the district estimates between 950 and 1,300 school bus riders will lose bus transportation. Around 70% of these students attend elementary school, 18% are in middle school, and 12% in high school. Last year, Plano ISD had a transportation budget of $20.6 million. The Texas Education Agency provides about $2.5 million, leaving Plano with a transportation price tag of about $18.1 million. Next up, AT&T customers whose information was stolen in 2 separate data breaches can apply for their share of a $177 million settlement. The Dallas-based company agreed to settle a class action lawsuit following data breaches last year that resulted in the leak of sensitive information of millions of customers. The first breach, announced in March of last year, affected 73 million current and former AT&T customers, whose information, including names, birth dates, and social security numbers, leaked onto the dark web, opening them up to potential identity fraud. A second breach, announced in July of last year, exposed the records of calls and text messages of nearly all AT&T wireless customers, as well as customers of mobile virtual network operators hosted by AT&T servers like Cricket Wireless or Straight Talk. Data was illegally downloaded from an AT&T workspace on a third-party cloud platform hosted by Snowflake. A flurry of lawsuits filed in state and federal courts followed the breaches and were consolidated into a class action suit. For information on how to submit your claim, check out this story at dallasnews.com, and I've also put a link in the show notes. And the Texas flood that killed at least 137 people in the Texas Hill Country remains on the minds and hearts of many people in Dallas-Fort Worth. Following a flurry of restaurant fundraisers for victims last month, 2 more North Texas restaurants are raising money this month. The Ramble Room is hosting 5 celebrity dinners, up for bid to the highest bidders. The celebrities include a couple of former Dallas Cowboys, Daryl Moose Johnson and Charles Haley, former Dallas Stars goalie Marty Turco, and 2 guys who know how to carry a conversation. Eric Nadel, the voice of the Texas Rangers since 1979, and Jeff Wade, radio host on 97.1 The Eagle and a TV broadcaster for the Dallas Mavericks. Bidding closes at 7 p.m. Saturday night, and so far these dinners are valued at a few $100s. All money raised will be donated to the memorial funds of 7 Dallas girls who died in the floods. Also, downtown Dallas restaurant Monarch, which the Dallas Morning News said has the best skyline views in Dallas, is hosting a one-night benefit on the 25th. Together at the Table for Texas includes a welcome cocktail and appetizer, 4-course dinner, silent auction, and dessert for $200 per ticket. Attendees can pay extra for tables near the sky-high windows. All money raised for this event will support the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. And for more on the DFW food scene, a new episode of Eat Drink DFW just dropped. You can listen wherever you get your podcasts. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with more from the Dallas Morning News.